Cards, let's start off by looking back at Tuesday's win. How pleasing was it to get that third victory in a row?
Yeah, really pleasing. I think it was important that we backed up the two previous wins with another one at home against a good team that's in the playoffs. So it was another improvement on the results, and again to come back from going a goal down so early was good and showed a lot of character.
Yeah, you got on the score sheet for the second game in a row. How pleased are you with that, getting 2 goals in the last 2 games?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's always nice for a striker. It's part of the job description. You've got to be there to put the ball away and get a bit of stick from the lads, because they're all about 3 yards out, but someone's got to put them away. So no, I'm happy to be back on the score sheet. It's been a while since I'd scored one after my injury, but yeah, very happy.
And having put in so much work for the team in that little run where you couldn't find the net, does it feel like a big sort of weight off your shoulders to have got those couple of goals and get back on that scoring trail?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's one of them where we speak about it a lot, and I know the gaffer's mentioned it before, that we're in the run that we didn't win any games, I didn't score any goals, we were still creating chances and still playing well, but it was just the ball wasn't going in the net for us, it wasn't dropping for us. So it's always nice to be back on putting the ball back in the back of the net.
The goals have been spread around quite nicely in these last few games, with a couple of midfielders popping up and a few centre-backs from set pieces. Adam Crowther looks a threat as well. So does that take some pressure off you, or does it help to know that goals can come from the entire team? Yeah,
I think that's what we like to think about ourselves, that we have goals all over the pitch. I mean, we've got midfielders who can score goals, and now with Crowes and Gussie, we know how important they are, and attacking set pieces, they've always get their head on the end of things, and yeah, we're looking a little bit more of a threat from set pieces, I'd say, recently.
And like I said earlier, 3 straight wins, taking us up to 13th in the table. Do you as a squad have any targets in terms of sort of place in the table you want to get to, or are you just taking it one game at a time?
Yeah, it's one game at a time. Like you can see the run that we've been on recently, and then obviously the run of results that we had before that was a few losses after another, so football can turn quickly. It's all about momentum and using that momentum to try and pick up another win going into Saturday and keep that momentum flowing.
And those wins have all come in the space of a week with this really busy schedule we're on at the moment. Does it help that you're just rolling straight into the next game from the last one? Yeah, definitely. I mean, even when the results aren't going your way, it's always nice to have a game so quickly to put it right. So it's the same with when you're on a winning run. It's nice to continue that, and that feel-good factor's around the place now with a few wins in a row. So yeah, I'll let that continue. And Oldham on Saturday, I'm sure, of course, we all remember the great win against them on the first day of the season, but they've got a lot better since then, setting up in the playoffs, so that'll be a difficult one when they're going away to Oldham. Yeah, definitely. We know that they've got a lot of quality players and a lot of experience, and a lot of experience of players who've got out of this league and who have played in higher divisions. So it's never going to be easy going there. It's a tough place to go with a team that's just had the playoffs. So it's going to be a completely different game to the first game of the season. It's 2 different teams basically. I mean, they've had some investment, and we've had players come and go, so it's completely different. So we'll set out our game plan and try and attack it as we will. Thank you.
Harry, it's a 480-mile round trip up to Oldham. How do you keep yourself entertained on the coach?
So there's a few different groups, but I'm with the group that we currently do like a lot of football quizzes. So it's a lot of football trivia and stuff, and we make up little games of players, like we do a draft, so we pick an 11 of teams, then compare them to each other's and find out who would win and stuff like that, and yeah, a lot of stuff like that.
Who tends to be the best at those games?
And I'm not gonna lie, all the lads will say that as
well. the ultimate striker. You've got some winnable games coming up. Yeah, next 5 you've got Oldham, Wealdstone, Dagenham, Redbridge, Dorking, Hartlepool. 3 of those games at home. Is it just about staying grounded though, taking it one game at a time?
Yeah, definitely. All different teams in this league pose different threats, and anyone can beat anyone really. I mean, you can see with sort of Kidderminster's results recently, they've turned around and they've picked up a load of results against good teams. So it's the same for us. Like you name the teams, but they all pose different threats, and we've just got to focus on our game plans and stick to how we play our football, and focus on picking up 3 points as much as possible.
And 14 goals now in the league for you this season. Have you set yourself a personal target for the end of the season?
No, not really. I mean, I take it, like I say, take the games one game at a time, take the goals one goal at a time, so the next target's 15.
And what about the team? Have you sort of talked about targets for the end of the season?
No, again, not really. It's I've said it a lot now, but it is one game at a time. We've got to focus like that. It's a lot of games in such a short space of time, so it's just about recovering and going again and putting in performance and hoping for the 3 points.
And just a word on your teammate Jason Dimitri's started in all of your last 3 games and you've won all 3. He comes across as just the ultimate professional.
He's unbelievable, honestly. I couldn't speak highly enough of the guy. He's on and off the pitch. He's just so instrumental in this team and the experience that he brings, and it's sort of the calming factor that he brings to the team because of his experience and the way that he just stepped in and just took to the pitch so seamlessly. It's credit to him and his professionalism.
And is it nice for you now having some support? Obviously you've got the likes of Danny Waldron and Marcus Dackers who can sort of allow you to rotate a bit, give you a bit of a breather coming back from your injury as well. Is that nice?
Yeah, I mean it's competition for places, and it's massive for the manager to have them options now, because we never had them previously in the beginning of the season. So yeah, it's always nice to have players that can come in and share the load a little bit, but it's competitive up there and everyone wants to play, so yeah, it's good.
Cheers.
How's your knee feeling now? You sort of back up to full fitness again?
Yeah. I mean it feels good. During the games I don't feel it at all. It's a little bit of managing through the week, but it's feeling good.
Have you got anyone singing this weekend, or are all the new signings up to speed? Have they all done it, or is there any who's been good?
I think we're all up to speed. Adam Cardwell was very good.
Yeah,
and he also had a Fine, which was another song. So we've seen two in a couple of weeks of him, and he seemed to enjoy it a bit too much.